Hey, so after hearing all this, right, do you think you should be celebrating Thanksgiving? After you learned that when the so-called pilgrims, the so-called white man came over, they enslaved our people, but they told us, hey, you know, let's make trades, you know, we'll teach you this, we'll teach you that. But go back to Psalms 55 and verse 21, right? Let's go back to that. Because what they did, they deceived our people. That's what they did. So, based off that, they disguised all the killing and murders with Thanksgiving. So, based off the history of that, do you think we should be celebrating Thanksgiving? No? So, when Thanksgiving comes up, what should you be doing? Not celebrating it, right? Right? There you go. Let's read it again, just to make sure you understand.
Psalm 55, verse 20. Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
War was in his heart. So what did the so-called white man do to the natives when they got to this land? They did what's called biological warfare. They gave us smallpox. They gave us diseases, and guess what? They enslaved us as well. But they all disguised it with what? Oh, Thanksgiving, we came here with hugs and kisses. But what did they do? The Bible prophesied that. Get Jeremiah chapter 22 and verse 13. Let's see what they did to the so-called native Indians, native and Seminole Indians. You got that? Read.
Jeremiah chapter 22 verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages.
Now, how did everything in America get built?
Bring it out.
How did it get built? You know, going into slavery, right? You know about slavery? So how does the land of America get built? The White House, who built that? You don't know? Okay. We built it. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. But when we built it, what happened? Read that latter part again. Read the last part? Read the latter part again.
And that uses his neighbor's service without wages.
We didn't get paid for it. We built the entire landmass of America. And guess what? We didn't get a penny. Everything that you see, we built. But what do we do now? We celebrate Thanksgiving. But this is the meaning behind Thanksgiving. It's nothing but murder. Jump to chapter 2 and verse 13. Chapter 2, verse 13. So my question to you is, why do our people celebrate it? Say again? We've been fooled. There you go. We're going to get that too after this, all right?
Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
So some of our people, we know that this is the root behind Thanksgiving. All this right here, but they celebrate it anyway. They know that it's nothing about, they know that it's just about murder and rape and stealing the land. But they celebrate it anyway. Because what do they say? They say, we do it for the kids. We do it for tradition, just to keep the family, just to see the family. We only have one time a year to see the family. You can see your family anytime throughout the year. You just have to make time. Read that again.
Why trimmest thou?
You hear what he's saying? All right.
What's going on, bro? What's your name, man? I didn't even see you. What's your name, bro?
It's King.
King? What's going on? So, King, we going over Thanksgiving. Do you celebrate Thanksgiving?
Teach somebody for 2 hours.
Nah? Why not? It's paganism. There you go. So the Bible says not to celebrate it because why? Because it's nothing about. It's just about murder. It's nothing but murder. So you're already on the right track. So read what you got. We're gonna get you, bro.
Jeremiah chapter 2 verse.
You done heard it, man. You gotta go do it.
Jeremiah chapter 2 verse 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
Right. Read.
Therefore, hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
So our people, they celebrate Thanksgiving, right? Knowing, I was telling our younger brother here, they celebrate Thanksgiving knowing the history behind it. So why would they celebrate it if it's about killing of their own brothers? If your brother was murdered, would you celebrate that? No, you wouldn't. So why would our people do that? It's because Jeremiah chapter 17.
Bring it out.
Jeremiah chapter 17. We lost our identity. We lost who we were. We don't know who we are anymore. Check this out, bro. I know you want to go. Check this out before you go. Read.
Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage.
Now, my brother King, why do you think we got discontinued from our heritage? Let me ask you that. Let's go to the basis of it. Why do you think we got discontinued from our heritage? No, yeah, come on, right here. Look at these signs. I'm gonna ask you, right? Why do you think we lost our heritage? Yep, there you go. Okay. Do you think God had to do anything behind it? Had anything to do behind it? No? Okay, good. Let's get that. Deuteronomy. Let's get Deuteronomy 1:1. So you know about the children of Israel when Moses took them out of the land of Egypt? So, okay, I'm gonna help you out, right? So when Moses took the children of Israel out of Egypt, he told them a prophecy of things of what not to do and what to do. Now if they disobeyed, which was God's commandments, by the way. Now if they disobeyed God's commandments, certain things were gonna happen to them. But if they kept the commandments, they would be put above all nations. Have you been to church? Did they teach you that in church? Have they? They have? Okay. Cool. So let's get Deuteronomy 1:1. Let's get the audience, because people be like, oh, who's that speaking about? We're going to see who Moses was speaking to specifically, all right? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So now we know that the audience was Israel. Moses was speaking to the children of Israel, right? Read. Now let's get the curses. Let's get the downside if we broke God's commandments, okay? Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now my brother King, the Bible says if we didn't listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, which is this Bible, all right, certain things were going to happen to us. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
The commandments is the Bible. It's the book of the law. Because back then it wasn't called the Bible. Gotcha. Hey my brother, what's going on? You see yourself on this sign? Where you see yourself on this sign? Levi? Haitian? Haitian? So we're from the same tribe. I'm a so-called Haitian as well. But the white man, they call us Haitians. But God calls us Levi. Where you see yourself on the sign, bro? My brother King. Where you see yourself on the sign? I don't think I asked you. Judah? Yeah, you're from the head tribe of Judah. Guess who else came from that tribe? Christ. Not the white man, but the black man. Did you know Christ was black? Okay, cool. So my brother, what's your name again? Lubeck?
Yeah, Lubeck.
Lubeck? My brother, come close. I want you to take a look at these signs, okay? Take a look at our history, because did you know this was in the Bible? Our history is in the Bible. Did you know that? Did you know that slavery was in the Bible? And why we got cut off from our history and now celebrate Thanksgiving? All that's in the Bible. Did you know that? Did they teach you that in church? Did they? No? There we go. The prophets out here to teach you who you are and why this is happening to us. Why do we celebrate Thanksgiving today? Are you about to celebrate Thanksgiving this month? Not really? Okay. See, now it's going into the same thing. Now, if you go to your family, right, and you know, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, but you eat the turkey anyway, it's still the same thing. You know, okay, cool. So you don't eat meat, right? But what you should do, if your family celebrates Thanksgiving, just take the day off. Just see them another day. Just to make the separation. You see what I'm saying? But let's get back to why we lost our heritage, all right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now my brother King and Lubeck, did I say it right? Lubeck. All right. Our curse is a good thing or a bad thing? That's rebuke. Okay, I see what you're saying. If I curse you, if I legit like put some, there you go. If I put some black magic on you, right? That's a curse, right? There you go, right? What about you, Lubeck? Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. You don't know. We're from the tribe of Levi. If I put some voodoo on you, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Come on, Luke. There you go. That's a bad thing. Hold on, King. Hold on, King. I got you, bro. Let's get to the source of it. All right. Verse 30. Verse 30. All right. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30.
Yeah.
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
When did that happen to us? You don't know? What about you, Luke? When did that happen to us? Read it again.
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
When did that happen to us? What happened in the time of 1619? What time? What happened to us? I'm gonna give it to y'all. In slavery. That happened to us in slavery. Y'all know we were enslaved, right? There you go. Read it again.
Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Read.
Thou shalt build an house.
There you go. Thou shalt build an house. Didn't we do that? We built the lands of America, right? Read.
And thou shalt not dwell therein.
We built the White House, right? Did we live in it? Nope. What about you? We built the lands of America, right? Did we live in the buildings that we made? No. There you go. That's the curses. Those are the curses, right? Jump to verse. Let's get 68 now. Let's get to the point. Let me ask you, King. How do we get to the lands of America? On ships. What about you? How do we get to the land of Haiti? Huh? No. You're right. That's how we liberated ourselves. But how do we get there? From the coast of Africa, how do we get to the Western Hemisphere? You gotta fly, bro? By boat. Okay, there you go. Did you know that's Bible prophecy? That's in the Bible? A part of the curses. Read 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, the children of Israel, do you know anything about the history about the children of Israel? No? Okay. You know anything about Moses? No? Okay. So Moses freed the children of Israel from slavery way back in Egypt, thousands of years ago. Alright? So God says he's going to bring the children of Israel back into slavery again. Read it again. Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, he said he's going to bring you into Egypt again. What does Egypt mean? We got to find that out. You know what I want? Get it? So we got to understand the definition of Egypt. Because we could just think, when we hear Egypt, we just think of the landmass. Let's see what it means. Read.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. Bring it out. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. So Egypt is synonymous. It means the same thing as bondage.
That's
or what?
Right.
Slavery. Now, you said we got here on this side of the hemisphere with boats, right? Let's see what the Bible says. Go back to 68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Hold on. Today's the Sabbath day, first and foremost. Yep. Hold on. Get the Sabbath day, because this is why we went into slavery. All that over there is the reason why we went into slavery. Because today's the Sabbath day. We shouldn't be buying or selling on the Sabbath day. All right. Read that. Come on.
Exodus chapter 20, verse 8.
Hold on. Listen to this.
Remember the Sabbath day.
God said, remember the Sabbath day, because he knew we were going to forget. How are we going to forget? Through slavery. That's how he knew we were going to forget. Read.
To keep it holy.
To keep it separate. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Now today is the 7th day. That means there's no buying, there's no selling, there's no working. Get what you were getting in Nehemiah now. All right. Here's what our forefather Nehemiah said to the children of Israel. Our forefathers. All right. Read. Get
Nehemiah.
1031. Get 1031.
Bring it out.
Get Nehemiah chapter 10 verse 31. Read.
Nehemiah chapter 10 verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware or any victuals,
Things to buy and or to sell. That's exactly where you're going. Read.
on the Sabbath day,
On the Sabbath day, on today. Today is the Sabbath day. All right. Read.
to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath,
Okay. Read.
or on the holy day, that we would leave the 7th year in the exaction of every day.
Now, they said they wouldn't buy it on the Sabbath day. Why would they not buy it on the Sabbath day? Go back to chapter 13 now in verse 17.
Bring it up.
Let's see what Nehemiah called it when we bought and sold on the Sabbath day. Read.
Nehemiah chapter 13 verse 17.
Uh-huh.
Then I contended with the nobles of Judah and said unto them, what evil thing is this?
What?
What evil thing is this?
What?
What evil thing is this?
What evil thing is this? Read.
That ye do and profane the Sabbath day?
They're breaking the Sabbath day. Read.
Did not your fathers thus? And did not our God bring all this evil upon us?
Whoa, wait a minute. What did the Bible say? Read it again.
Did not your fathers thus? And did not our God bring all this evil upon us?
Wow. Read.
And upon this city, yet ye bring more wear upon Israel.
My brother Lubeck, right? God said he brought all this evil upon us because we broke the Sabbath day.
Right.
We're buying and selling on the Sabbath day. We're not supposed to be doing that. The Most High gave us the Sabbath day to congregate. And it's a day of rest, Lubeck. We have to do that, all right? Check out that flyer, all right? Read it, all right? Jeremiah chapter 17. Jeremiah 17. Because of this, because we buy and sell on the 7th day, we lost our heritage. Our cities were destroyed. Our minds were destroyed.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.